Imagine a different kind of Eddie Brock, not the lethal protector we know, nor simply the original Venom. Picture him consumed, transformed by a fusion of two powerful, horrifying forces, an alien symbiote clone and a mystical, demonic brand. This was a path almost taken, a dark future that flickered into existence in the mind of a writer, only to be deliberately, thoughtfully diverted. In the intricate tapestry of comic book storytelling, there are countless threads, many of which never make it to the final design. One such thread, conceived by writer Cullen Bunn, involved Eddie Brock taking on an immensely powerful, terrifying new form. Bunn's original vision for a particular story arc was audacious. He planned for Eddie to bond with a clone of the Venom symbiote. But it wouldn't stop there. This symbiote clone was then intended to merge with a magical, hellish marking known as the Hell Mark. The result? A second, even more demonic version of Venom, a creature of truly infernal power. One can only imagine the sheer visual terror and narrative potential of such a character. Eddie, already walking a morally ambiguous line, plunged into an abyss of supernatural corruption, becoming a living conduit for hellish energy. It was a concept brimming with dark allure, promising a truly unique and terrifying chapter for the character. But here's where the story takes an intriguing turn, a pivot point that forever altered the trajectory of these characters and the wider Marvel Universe. At the very moment Bunn was conceptualizing this demonic Eddie, the comic book landscape had placed Eddie Brock in a different, equally compelling relationship. He was bonded at that time to the Toxin symbiote. Toxin, the offspring of Carnage and grandchild of Venom, presented its own unique set of challenges and complexities for Eddie. This wasn't just a simple costume change, it was a deep, evolving bond that offered rich narrative possibilities. Cullen Bunn, as a craftsman of stories, faced a choice. He could force his demonic Venom idea onto Eddie, disrupting the ongoing Toxin narrative, or he could respect the existing character development and explore that relationship further. With a thoughtful consideration for the unfolding narrative and a clear vision for the Toxin dynamic, Bunn made a pivotal decision. He wanted to continue exploring Eddie's bond with Toxin. He saw the potential for more stories, more struggles, and more growth within that specific symbiotic pairing. It was a testament to his commitment to character consistency and the organic evolution of a hero's journey. This decision, born of a writer's respect for ongoing character arcs, had profound implications. The concept of the demonic Venom, however, was too compelling, too vivid to simply discard. It begged to be brought to life, even if its original intended host was no longer available. So Bunn adapted. Instead of forcing Eddie Brock into this hellish transformation, he chose to introduce an entirely new character to carry the mantle. Enter Andy Benton. A seemingly ordinary yet resilient teenager, Andy found herself caught in the crossfire of Eddie Brock's tumultuous life. Through a series of events, the Venom symbiote clone, imbued with the potent Hellmark, found a new host in Andy. This unexpected pairing brought forth a new hero, or perhaps an anti-hero, known as Mania. Andy Benton, with the Hellmark now burned into her and the symbiote clone enveloping her, became a living embodiment of that terrifying, powerful concept. Mania was a character forged in the fires of another's diverted destiny, her very existence a direct consequence of Eddie Brock's alternative path. She carried the weight of that demonic power, a distinct entity with her own struggles, her own sense of identity, and her own place in the vast Venomverse. This behind-the-scenes creative choice profoundly reshaped the narrative landscape. Eddie Brock continued his journey with the Toxin symbiote, exploring the nuances of that complex bond and carving out a unique identity separate from the demonic fate that nearly consumed him. His path diverged from the infernal, allowing him to grow in different, perhaps more heroic ways. Simultaneously, the birth of Mania introduced a vibrant, troubled, and compelling new character to the Marvel canon. Andy Benton's journey as Mania brought fresh perspectives, new conflicts, and expanded the lore of symbiotes and mystical forces in unexpected ways. It's a powerful reminder of how creative decisions, even those made for practical reasons, can have far-reaching positive consequences. A planned future for one character can be gracefully rerouted, not diminishing the original idea, but instead blossoming into an entirely new, equally exciting narrative for another. In this case, Eddie's demonic path was indeed diverted, but from that divergence emerged the fascinating, complex, and enduring character of Mania. It's a testament to the organic, ever-evolving nature of storytelling, where every choice opens doors to new possibilities and unforeseen adventures. What do you think of this what-if scenario? Would you have preferred to see Eddie Brock take on the mantle of a demonic venom, or do you appreciate the creative pivot that brought us Mania? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories behind our favorite characters.